Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign 22 week 10, actually last day of the campaign. If you haven't finished it, yeah, literally last day. It ends in like 6 hours. Forgot about that, or technically 7 hours. But yeah, literally last several hours of the campaign. We're going to be going over all the weekly spoilers and of course just grind a little bit as it is still Vault Event weekend. It's barely any time left, but we still have, what is that, like 7 hours left of the good old Vault Event weekend. Even though this is ending in 7 hours, we do still have the Mythic, the really good one from last Friday, that's still available all the way until the end of Thursday, all the way until Friday reset time. So still plenty of time to go get this, either opening all your vault keys and using the keys on it later, or, you know, anytime throughout the week through any keys that you might get. Still plenty of time to get it. Really good 4x Fairy Fire option that we've been messing around with quite a bit this weekend. Beyond that, yeah, basically clear out basic dailies, do weeklies. I still barely touch Underspire, by the way. We gotta do like entirety of Underspire. But, hey, we got exactly... Oh, no, we don't have 69. I thought that'd be 69. 67. We got 67 torches to go use. So, what team do we even have when we go do this later? Oh, yeah, we get to use the new Flower Dragon, or the green one of the Flower Dragons. All right, that's not too bad. I'll definitely get the job done. We're not going to be starting with that, though. First thing we'll be starting with is hello, everyone! And also the weekly spoilers. But hello, everyone! Hello, Defiant! Hello, Lester! Oh, wait, why can't I see it all? There it goes. Hello, Defiant! Hello, Lester! Hello, Isabel. Hello, Mark. Hello, MK Jets, and hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so as far as next week's event, we have a raid event for Drakzoom. The troop itself deals a bunch of damage to an enemy, and it's boosted by Drakzoom allies. And it doesn't do anything extra other than boost ratio from allies. That's kind of weird. It does come with a few immunities, but most of those won't really be too relevant. And aside from that, the new Glory troop is this Ice Portal. An elemental construct, so it has 2 different ways of 50% mana starting. It creates 6 freeze gems, which honestly is not that bad, and then summons a Drakzoom troop. I can see this being an okay backup resummon from the location. I don't remember everything that this place has to summon with, and I would assume there's something better than this. But, oh no, not bad. It has Chill Touch, it has Insulated, has Stone Skin. I can definitely see this being kind of niche for some restrictions related to the kingdom. I don't think you would be running it for the raid event, though. And there's probably already explodey weapon from this place that's already better. With that being said, are you the explodey weapon? Yep, speaking of explodey weapon that's already better, they're literally adding it the same week as the Ice Portal. But yeah, you're going to get better value just from using Stonecaller, unless there's like a really specific weapon you want to run from the kingdom. But otherwise, you're going to get better value from doing Stonecaller than you will from using Icy Portal in almost every situation related to a Drakzoom restriction. But this explodes a bunch of brown gems, grants a random status effect to all Drakzoom allies, which of course is your restriction for raid event and for Underspire next week, same restriction for both. And then the only exception being that the raid troop is in the raid battles, whereas this one is not. Or, you know, the you don't have to use this in the Underspire for next week, but you do have to use it for the raid battle. So you have one extra spot to end up being a little bit more flexible. But yeah, this is probably going to be on both the 2 teams. Just standard mass mana accumulator, has resummon, all that good stuff. So, yeah, probably could be the weapon of choice for both Underspire and for the raid event next week. And you get it pretty much for free. It's like, what, 210 gems or something from the event, which you want to be helping your guild out with anyways. And beyond that, the Ace of Swords will be in the Vault Key drop table starting next week. So if you've been missing that and needing that for your collection, it'll be available as of Monday. So any Vault Keys that you have laying around that you've gotten this Vault event weekend, you can use those on tomorrow. And go and get the Ace of Swords as well as any other tarot cards that you're missing that are in the drop table. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. And of course, the end of the season. It is the end of this current season, so you have the next 6-7 hours to go and finish this thing, and then it's gone. Anyways, hello everyone, Logic Slayer. Hello, yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so where do we start? Where do we start? I actually don't know. Let's see. Dailies, nothing here. Deep Delve we'll probably ignore. Cast a bunch of spells. Oh no, maybe we'll go do a Delve real quick. You know what? Let's go do a Delve real quick. We've been doing that over, not Laraz's Lair, still been doing it in City of Thieves. And our current City of Thieves team, I believe, is, yeah, Stellark's Quick Kill. You can also do Flower Dragon, but they're low enough stats that Stellark's get your job done. Let's go clear this out real quick so we can go get our XP booster. And honestly, I think we're just going to XP boost the entire stream. I think we have like 6 or 7 on reserve, so we'll probably just run it the entire time. So hello, Cookie. Hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All balls been well. Yeah, easy as that. And the other one will easily get done automatically with anything that we end up doing. Good to go. Alright, 1 down, 1 billion more to go for dailies and weeklies. How much XP boosters do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because the one that we got from today. So, I guess we're streaming for 2 hours today. Because honestly, I might try run them all today. I'll also run them now while we have Vault Event weekend. That'd be the time to go run them. Also, hello, Sushi Ninja. Welcome, welcome. There's go. There's the redeem code. Alright, so, where should we start? Where should we start? Well, let's start opening some of them. Honestly, we might as well open all of them. There's have 1 perpetual XP bonus going the whole time. Might end up wasting a little bit of their value, but that's fine. Grab this, grab this. I'm getting all of them. We're going all out. Alright, let's go to PvP daily real quick. Let's start with PvP. There we go. We have, oh yeah, I still need to go get the other part of that one. But yeah, we have 1 hour and 45 minutes of XP boost. Alright, let's go utilize it. First things first. Let me go get our bonus from Central. Get all that real quick. Get our 3 Valhawks real quick. And then probably do something Vault Event related. The main detour that we are going to need to go do is Underspire. We got to do the entirety of Underspire. We basically only cleared floor 1. And I still want to clear out the other 3 floors to get our double medal on silver. Which of course is not the whole thing, but you know what I mean. I actually haven't been doing the whole thing lately. Actually, that'd be a poll to go do real quick. I'm actually curious, how far do you guys go in Underspire these days? Let's see. How far do you commonly go in Underspire? Let's see. Actually, we'll add a none option. Though you should at least grab the 1 lantern that you get from doing like 1 battle. But none. Free battles. Let's see. Floor 4. Double silver. And full completion / double gold. There we go. Because we've been doing the 4 lately. I'm actually curious what other people have been doing lately. We did for a long period of time always go for 6. But then I just started to go for the 4 just because it is so much quicker. I think it saves like an hour every single week. And while it comes at the downside of not getting double gold, it is just so much more convenient. And you still get a lot of loot from doing double silver. It's also, of course, less gems per week. Like, way less gems. I think it's like 300 gems compared to almost 1,000 gems a week. Alright, let's go check out the 5 battles in Central so we can get our gold marks. Yeah, if it's fast, going all the way is definitely worth it. It depends on the week sometimes. My biggest issue, normally, for if I go deep, though, is actually not even based on if we have a good damage source. Obviously, you still want one. But more so if there's a good mana accumulator. As I really, really hate how slow Underspire is for starting battles. Like, the meta for mana accumulation is going so quick that Underspire just feels so slow in comparison. If there's not a really good mana accumulator for the week. Yeah, I'm still missing 2 of the Sentinels. Going for all battles would definitely help expedite that a little. So hello, Miss Insane Witch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, have they mentioned yet if this Guarantee Valhawk is a glitch or a feature? Because I sure hope this is a permanent feature. This triple Valhawk for your first 3 PvP battles that they added in the most recent patch. Because I don't remember that being in the patch notes anywheres. But if that is an actual feature, it is honestly the best update they've done in like a year. Because that was by far the most annoying daily in the game. And now they basically removed it by making it guaranteed. Obviously, you still have to do 3 PvP battles, but it doesn't take that long. Especially since you can do it in any location. Oh, shiny Shegra. Yeah, there we go. Got our gold marks, got our Valhawks, got our everything. Don't think there's anything else we actually have to do in PvP unless we have a daily for it. Collect whatever junk we have over here. Let me go open all of our thingies real quick. What do we have? Where are they? We got 2 books on the dot. Come on. Purple, purple, purple. Boo. Alright, now we got exactly 0 gold marks. Unfortunate. I don't think there's a single other thing we got to do for PvP right now. Oh, we don't even have over 9,000. I kind of want to do one more just so we have over 9,000. Get the funny number. Yeah, there would definitely be a revolt if they changed the Valhawks back. It's one of the best updates, intentional or otherwise, that they've done in a very long time. Also, thank you, Chad, for the continued support. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. He's finished watching Reacher Series 3. Nice. Alright, there we go. Now we officially have over 9,000. There we go. Let me guess. Now that we're back in Diamond League, if I had to guess, the lowest person here is like 60,000 points. Oh, wait, I'm actually going down. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, bring me back to Ruby. These people are crazy. Yep, 84,000. Yeah, bring me back to Ruby so I can get like a free 90 for first place or something. I'm actually glad that we're going down. That is crazy, though. We're going down with 9k. I would need 15k just to stay, but it's actually beneficial to go down. As in Ruby, you can get a pretty free first place. As long as you grind for like a little bit extra. Like normally 15,000 is enough for first place. Or at least top 3. Let's go clear out dungeon. It is Diamond Day. Oh, come on. First room trap. Luckily, none of the traps on Diamond Day are particularly bad. Still unfortunate, though. Yeah, let's go take our battles. Of course, with Flower Dragon. And then I guess we'll just go around a Palooza or 2. And then probably go around the entirety of Underspire. Honestly, Underspire alone might take us like half an hour, if not a little bit more. We gotta do like 60, 70 battles, depending on how many, yeah, I think it's almost like 70. It depends how many lanterns we get. Some of them will be pretty quick, though. We do have Green Flower Dragon, which is pretty strong. We have Empower into Green Flower. Which, if it has alignment, will be just as quick as normal Flower Dragon. I believe it stops one-shotting by floor 4. Floor 1 and 2, it definitely one-shots. Floor 3, it might. And floor 4 definitely stops one-shotting. The Green Flower Dragon it is. Still missing Yellow and Purple Sentinel? Yeah, they're really annoying to get. Oh, and you're missing the Blue Flower Dragon? Oh no, you're missing the best one. Which, honestly, it almost kind of is the best one out of them, too. Not just visually, but the amount of magic it gets in a pure Zolkiri team is actually insane. Like, it hits higher than Flower Dragon. Like the 6-colored Flower Dragon. It's actually insane how much beast magic it gets from Zolkiri. Because the kingdom's almost like a pure magic kingdom. So your base damage is actually higher than Flower Dragon if you build a 4x Zolkiri team out of it. Which I hope we get a Zolkiri event week at some point so we can go test that out for real. You know what, let me actually do Underspire now. Oh no, we'll do a mix. Let's go through one set of Underspire, and then we'll go start running some Paloozas. So we're just mentioning this Flower Dragon. Yeah, we'll go through floor 2, and then we'll go do some Paloozas. This is Vault Event Weekend, gotta do Vault Event Weekend stuff. So hello, Chris Purpose! Welcome, welcome, hope all's been well. I could have taken an extra turn there, that's fine. Ooh, big miss. You know what I should have done? I should have done a convert first so I could have gotten better value when we end up going back. Oh, we weren't frozen on yellow. I could have taken it. We were frozen, but not that color. Oh, so I'm just taking this for the double cascade. Need some amount of mana going. It's such a free one-shot. The problem is just getting its initial mana. Second we do, it dies. You've been going crazy on Explore 12? Yeah, the new teams for it are so much fun. I didn't get to farm nearly as much as I would have wanted to this weekend. But it has been fun the amount of time I have done with it. Like, it will actually get me to go do Explore 12 again. Something I've been neglecting for a while to such a degree, I actually need to go do it as... I think it's the main thing bottlenecking me from upgrading more kingdoms at this point. It's not deed books, it's not writs or anything like that. The thing that's bottlenecking us is I don't have metal upgrades. Like, I'm missing all the lower mid-rarity ones. I got plenty of the high-rarity ones. It's all the middle stuff I'm missing. Because they keep getting used up so quickly. And then we'll probably dump it all into attack kingdoms. I think we'll do it to attack for every single color that can be. And then dump the rest into armor. Might even do that tomorrow night. Just kind of seeing what we can and can't do. The problem with that is the amount of metals we have. So I might need to farm for another week still with the new Flower Dragon Fairy Fire thing. But once we do have enough, we really need to start upgrading some kingdoms. Because we probably have like 10 stats that we can go claim whenever we feel like it. That I still haven't bothered claiming yet. Ooh, how do we deal with this? We don't really have an anti-submerge on this team. It is a little unfortunate. It's even fairy fired and everything. It is so one-shottable if we could ever actually get the material to one-shot it with. I was hoping for Skull from Sky. That does break its submerge though, but we have no alignment whatsoever. I just gotta go for it. Go! Get it! No, boo. It didn't re-submerge from anything, so we should be fine though. Which, how did it even submerge in the first place? Did a random stats affect the submerge? Because I think it did. It took an extra turn and randomly got submerged from that extra turn. It does one random stats effect and it landed like the one that would keep it alive. I guess technically barrier would have, but we had more ways to get rid of barrier compared to submerge. Do we have any red to green? None that are relevant. We do have one over there in the corner, but it doesn't really do anything. Hey, does he give us setup? No. Alright, how about now? Oh, Elemental Bow. I haven't gotten to use Elemental Bow in a while. And we're good to go. And even if we don't, we had alignment there. Okay, we have found the door. Okay, let's go get the key and then we'll go probably run some Paloozas then. Still gotta come back. We'll come back and do one floor at a time. So we'll do floor 2 now, do floor 3 in a little bit, and then 4 all the way at the end. Just to break it up a little. What do we need? Take a brown. We've been testing one-shot as well, or Scale works as well. Yeah, Scale, it basically comes down to things that don't have that much Fairy Fire resistance. Like, any kingdom that doesn't have that, as well as, like, not annoying spell reduction stuff or anything, should be fine in. Alright, do we just go for it? I think we just go for it, even though we're frozen. Get over our mana going. I think he doesn't do anything weird. We should be good to go. We get a double path already, though it's a double path early enough that it shouldn't be a double dead end yet. So we should still be good. Yeah, that's another thing too. If you are doing the Fairy Fire thing with, what's it called? If you're doing it with stun, there's a lot more options you could do if you're using it with a stun and or a curse team. There's a number of areas that you can end up doing it with, get a lot wider. Our most recent one, I don't believe uses stun or Fairy Fire though. It just goes all in on speed and just hope it doesn't have to deal with it much. But if you're chasing the bonus ones, yeah, just putting a single curse on your team can help out a lot. Hello, Dragor! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Hey, do we have any alignment here? Don't think so. Let's take our purple for now. Yeah, I've been using the Lava Dragon for Double Storm. As that is a slightly better extra turn chance than if you have a single storm. But yeah, the main version of it that I've been using is this one. Let's go show it real quick. But you guys have seen it. We did it quite a bit the other stream. But, where is it? Where did I put it? Wait, where did I put the team? Oh yeah, this one. It was Flower Dragon, Magma Dragon, Mist Mother, and Leprechaun was the main iteration we've been using. Lava Dragon for Double Storm. Obviously new Mist Mother for 4x Fairy Fire. And Leprechaun to get things off the ground. And Flower Dragon to go just insta-win. And then boom, dead. And then just repeat that over and over and over again. But that's the main team we've been running for it. There's a lot of iterations you could do depending on how you want to play it, though. Or the location that you want to use it on. That's the main one we've been going with lately. Oh, come on. Oh, I thought that was 1 mana short. Never mind. That's not as bad. Yep, Switch 2 improves your load times in Gems of War. It's kind of funny. I never thought about that. I normally just play it on phone. Because doing it on Steam Deck doesn't quite work as well. Because you have to stretch really weirdly to do touchscreen on that. Because of how wide the controller is on it. But yeah, Switch 2 would work pretty well for it, wouldn't it? The only problem with that is not cross-platform. I did play the Switch version quite a bit the first month. Kind of burn out a bit after that, though. Because the grind started to get really big at that point, so I was like, I might as well just be grinding on the main account. I really like the new player experience in this game, though. But once you hit the grind wall, it just... that's the problem every time we've made a new account in this game. We used to do it a lot, like every single year. It's been a good, like, 6, 7, 8 years, or probably like 6 or 7 years since we actually made a new one. But I was doing that every single year for a little while. And the main thing that ended up making me stop is, even though I really enjoyed the early game, the second we get to, like, the really big first grind wall of the game, I always just feel like it's better if we were just grinding on the main account and getting more resources for it rather than grinding some side account. It's been a reoccurring issue whenever we made a new one. But the main thing I like is when you're really limited as far as what your choices are and have to build a bunch of teams. Because early game meta is so different compared to when you have absolutely everything. Or most everything. Hey, look at that. We're not even doing Explorer. We're getting the medals we need. You lost your Switch account? Oh, no. Actually, that does remind me. I completely forget what my username and password is on my Switch. I think there is a way I can check it, though. I think I also have autofill on my old PC. Not the one that broke down, but my other PC. So I could probably figure it out from the autofill. Oh, nice, an Anu. Because I'm going to need that when the Switch 2 comes out. I won't be buying one immediately, though. For one, because of tariffs, probably. It'll cost like 700, 800 bucks. But also, I'm probably waiting until closer to, like, November-ish. Let's see. What do we want here? Main reason being is a lot of launch games, aside from Mario Kart, don't really interest me that much. Then I don't want to have to deal with all the lines and everything else. No limited supplies, scalpers, stuff like that. It's like most consoles, it's probably going to have a little bit of a shortage initially. Yeah, Mist Mother one-shot has been so nice for the quality of life of Explorer 12. It actually makes me want to do Explorer 12. For the first time in a very long time. No, the other thing that's been influencing that too is just how low we've been on medals. But it has made me start to enjoy Explorer 12 again. Oh, so are we still on the same floor? I feel like we scouted every room at this point. And we got another double dead end. We are still on this floor. We basically full scouted the place. The drifting Joy-Cons. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that was quite a bit of an issue on the previous Switch. Trying to play Mario Kart with him? Oh, yeah. Honestly, that was like one of the main things that made me even get a Pro Controller for the Switch. Because that game's definitely pretty unplayable without one. A lot of games were. The Joy-Cons were just pretty bad in general. They had a few pretty fun motion control gimmicks and stuff like that. But using them as an actual Joy-Con for anything other than motion control was so bad. I'm just gonna do this and double the green. So hello, Eric. Welcome, welcome. Is there an Explore 12 kingdom where Stellarex Mist can one-shot? Or do you need the new Crystal Flower Dragon? We tested that earlier. Did it end up one-shotting? I don't think it did. I think it was slightly short of one-shotting earlier when we were messing around with it. Last I recall. Unless you buff up your Stellarex with a little bit extra magic. Like using like a Mesmer and stuff. But yeah, to be able to do it properly, you do need the new Flower Dragon. But you can, I believe, get it high enough with a Mesmer. As long as you have, like, near max magic currently. Though, honestly, it's probably easier to get a Tesla to one-shot than it is to get a Stellarex to one-shot. Alright, there we go. Another section completed. We'll leave the other two for later. Oh, we're handing out the final February code, by the way. The next code we hand out will be the March codes. We're almost there. We're streaming enough that we've almost caught up to modern day. Not quite there yet, but we're getting there. So we got an hour and a half of EXP bonus to go use. Okay, let's start doing some Paloozas. How are our keys looking right now? Because they could definitely do a little work. Oh yeah, we definitely need to go open some more Paloozas. Oh, we got 17 of them ready to go. Verse 2 starting to get a little low again. Oh no. Alright, let's go run. Let me go set up the team real quick. Let's go get Dust Devil quick kill going. Yeah, let's go run some Paloozas. It is Vault weekend after all. Alright, what am I looking for? Soulforge, other, and wherever on Earth the Palooza is in here. Thank you. Yeah, Stellarex can still one-shot pretty high. I believe it can one-shot up to Explore 10. And Flower Dragon without the Fairy Fire gimmick can one-shot up to 11. And then, of course, with Fairy Fire, they can kind of do one-up on both. Like, Stellarex can one-shot 11, and Flower Dragon can one-shot 12. You're running short on Epic Vault keys? I know, right? Yeah, we've been hoarding our Epic Vault keys for a while. Originally, I was just going to hoard to 1,000, but then I kind of just kept hoarding them. We have opened a couple hundred since then, but I've still been keeping most of them. The main thing I'm holding out for is if they ever buff Epic Vault keys. I highly doubt it because they've done so many buffs to Vault keys in the past. But in case they ever add unique drops to Epic Vault keys, I want to hold on to them. This has never actually happened. Everything in the Vault key drop table is in the Epic Vault key drop table and vice versa. But the whole reason I've always hoarded them is under the slim chance down the line some year they finally add some drops that are only available in Epic Vault keys and not a normal Vault key drop table. So far that has never happened though. They share the same drop table. Epic Vault keys just give more of it. Hello, Calamar. What's the difference between the two? The main difference is you get 2 to 4 times more of some loot in an Epic Vault Key. It also has a guaranteed Daemon Gnome for some reason, or replaces 1 of the 3 normal gnomes. And the battle itself is a little bit stronger, though with modern power creep, that isn't really that big a deal. You're adding Vault Keys in case they ever add Deeds or Dragonite. Aw, that would be nice. I don't think they ever would add it to those drop tables, though. I would love to see them add it to something like Treasure Hunt, though. Treasure Hunt has been needing a revamp for so long. And I hope it gets one next year or two. It's something they've been talking about for like almost a decade now. Since like 2017 or so. And it still has never come around. Originally, it was supposed to happen when the Arena rework did several years ago, but then they never did. They did the Arena rework separately, but then never got around to the Treasure Hunt rework. But I really hope they'd put at least Deeds and Writs and stuff like that in the drop table for Treasure Hunt. Because that could make a lot of sense. As well as other pretty precious materials that are just really rare to get. Autoplay for Treasure Hunt? Oh gosh. You know how many people would start doing all their treasure maps if autoplay existed? Honestly, if they want a reason to just bolst up at any given time the player base numbers by like 20%, all they have to do is add autoplay to Treasure Hunt. Is you're basically just generating free resources for keeping the game running in the background. Because a Treasure Hunt battle takes way longer for the AI to complete compared to like an Explore 12 battle. Oh, hello, Mana Destruction! Welcome, welcome, welcome. But if they ever want to boost up the player number arbitrarily, that's all they have to do. Just add autoplay to Treasure Hunt. Ideally also with a Treasure Hunt buff. But autoplay to Treasure Hunt would be so useful. Honestly, I'd probably keep it running in the background for like 5 to 10 hours a day if they did. Did I hear a special code coming? No. We don't have any special code to hand out today. I do have one for this month. We'll be handing out closer to Easter. Probably the Monday before Easter. Which I believe is, what, 3 Mondays from now? 2 Mondays from now? Somewhere's around there. But the Monday before Easter, we'll be handing out the Easter pet thing. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's one of the old Easter pets. And then the Wednesday after that, we get the 2025 Easter pet. In-game. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what the AI does in Treasure Hunt. Just simply having autoplay for Treasure Hunt would be so valuable. Because cashing them in for some amount of resources is better than having a useless piece of paper that does nothing sitting in your inventory. Because if they added autoplay to Treasure Hunt, even without any buff to it, I would 100% eventually run every treasure map I have. And just leave it running in the background. Because it's at least a few minutes AFK, if not longer. Because the problem right now with AFK grinding in Gems of War. Gosh, I almost just said like every other game that isn't Gems of War's name. But the problem with AFK grinding in Gems of War right now is the time to win is so quick that it almost takes longer to set up the autoplay than the amount of time it takes to, like, win a fight. Like, winning a fight is almost the same time duration as setting up auto battle for the fight, which is kind of crazy. So there really isn't a way to, like, AFK farm in the game currently. But if they added autoplay to Treasure Hunt, that's a solid, like, 2 to 5 minutes, so you can just walk away and then come back to a bunch of loot. Obviously, it's not a lot of loot, but it's more than nothing. Hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome! How many treasure maps do we have? Way too many. I would check, but we're currently in a Palooza, so I can't check at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's under 100,000, but the number is still absurdly big. We did the math on how long it would take to use them all as well. Like if we used one every minute. Though it does take slightly longer than a minute to use each one. But let's say hypothetically we could use one a minute. I'll go figure out how many hours of treasure maps we have. Of course, it would be way longer than that if you auto-played it with the AI thingy, though. Like, each map would probably take, like, 3 minutes. So we'll do the math on that as well. Yeah, I'll do it after this Palooza. Because I'm actually curious what that would come out to as well. Like, how long would it take to auto-play every map you have if it was added to the game? Because I know for sure it's over 1,000 hours. Izzy got a T-Tar this morning? Nice! Did you give her the same build that we ended up doing last night? But yeah, when I made that build, I was literally just looking for the best thing that had, like, crit protection. And then I was like, oh yeah, Shelter or whatever its name is, or Cluster, whatever the thing is called. I was like, oh yeah, that big clam. Almost forgot that even existed. Honestly, I haven't used that website in like over 2 or 3 years. Which was Pokemon Showdown, I believe it's called. It's really good for quickly finding the meta. Because you just look up anything and then be like, oh yeah, here we go. And you just build it to whatever you need. I'm not sure if we're going to get back into Pokemon again when Pokemon ZA comes out. We're definitely going to be playing Pokemon ZA when it comes out. Like this November, December, whenever it's coming. But I'm not sure if it's going to be the game that gets me back into Pokemon like Pokemon Legends Arceus did. I don't know, I'll have to see. We're definitely doing a full playthrough of it, if nothing else. Just not sure if I'm going to shiny hunt like literally every Pokemon in the game or not. Am I doing it on Switch or Switch 2? I'll definitely have a Switch 2 by then. I'm probably going to be waiting a couple months, especially if the tariffs are still in play. Because ideally I want to wait till post-tariff era. But, yeah, assuming the tariffs are off by that time, I'd probably get one. I just don't want to buy a tariffed one. Is $500 already pretty pricey, plus all the peripherals? Is everything post-tariff? I'm probably spending like $1,000 on like a full Switch 2 setup. Which is just a little too much. Which is why I'm waiting a bit. Because I want to get all the peripherals. Like I want to get the new Pro Controller, whatever it is. I want to get that new little webcam thingy that they have just to mess around with it. I want to get like one of everything and probably 2 games. Those being Mario Kart and Pokemon ZA probably be the first 2 we do. There's a few others that do kind of look interesting, though. Like that one Bloodborne-looking like game. It seems to be a PvP, PvE game, which is a kind of interesting mix. I've known of the genre, but I've never actually played a game like that. I'm not sure how much of a player base a game like that would even have, given it's on Switch only. Yeah, the new Hyrule Warrior game. I was considering doing that as well. What's going on with Brighter Shores? I'm kind of just waiting on more content to happen with the game. It's kind of in a weird limbo at the moment, where they end up doing a bunch of changes, but only did it halfway, like to combat and everything. And then never finished combat. Once they finish the combat rework, I probably would play a lot more once it comes back. But it's kind of been on the back burner for now, even though we did so much of it the first 4 months or so. I've still been doing dailies and everything for it. For all 3 of the accounts. Like, it's one of those things where I still do it daily. Like Gems of War, even if we're not necessarily streaming it. The squish squish, yeah. It's only when you're doing fishing, though. It's a sound that every fish makes when you end up picking it up. Yeah, I'm not sure how many of the Switch 2 upgrades I'm going to bother getting. A couple of them look interesting, but I think they're like a $20 or $30 upsell. Which is quite a lot for a game that came out like a year or 2 ago. If I was to do it for any, I would probably do it for Mario Party Jamboree. Because they're adding back some of the gimmicks that they did in Mario Party 6 as well as the DS version. As well as some new gimmicks that they've never done before. And I do get everything Mario Party related, so I probably will get that. Yeah, I need to look into it more later. I haven't really followed too many of the details. I mostly just watched it direct and didn't really bother looking up much more beyond that. Well, it's because it's still so far away. Like, we're talking like a couple months still. Like, it's close, but it's not that close. Plus, I'm probably waiting until at least like September before I really consider getting them. Alright, we did that, we did that. Let's go do one set of Underspire. Also, let's go ahead on another code. We still have 2 more floors to get through, so let's go through one more floor. Then we'll do the final floor in a little bit. Alright, Floor Flurry. Yeah, Mario Party series is still one of my favorite of all time. Though it was pretty sick when Jamboree ended up coming out. I'll catch you later, Mr. Sandwich. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we'll clear out this floor. Probably run another Palooza. Clear out the other floor and see what else we still have to clean up then. Out of all the WarioWare games, my favorite one is still the Wii one. I have a lot of good memories out of that one. Also, I felt like I had a really good assortment of mini games. It was also one of the few games where I felt like it used the Wii's mechanic really well. Like, a lot of games felt like they just had it there because it's the Wii and they kind of just had to. But WarioWare for the Wii felt like it actually utilized every mechanic that the Wii had in like an actual, proper, intuitive way. Rather than the mechanic just being there to be there. What do I feel like this is leading me to a double dead end? Oh, I should have taken the purple, the green first. Oh no. Oh, so wow, yeah, we are still one-shotting in Zone 3. Okay, we did find a door, okay. Ring Fit? Soon. Hey, I wonder if they're gonna announce a new exercise game. Could you imagine? But no, we definitely need to go play through Ring Fit Adventure already again. The game's been out since 2019. I still have not done a single playthrough. Honestly, with healthy eating, if we do a playthrough of Ring Fit Adventure from where we currently are, from our stream save, I'm pretty sure we will lose like 10 pounds. Like, legitimately. Because I want to pass out like every single time after playing that game. The main thing that's kept me away from it is so squat heavy. It is the complaint I always bring every single time. Whatever their next exercise game is, I really hope it has like a disable squat option. Or at least greatly limit how many you have to do. We have to 100% Ring Fit Adventure. I'm not sure how big the game's post-game is. I believe it's nearly endless. Is that never gone far enough to know? But I believe it has like a main storyline thingy. But then after that, it kind of keeps cycling into like an almost endless mode. I'm pretty sure it does eventually have an end. But I'm pretty sure true 100% is like 5 times, 10 times past like the full storyline. And I've never even finished the full storyline. Not that it has much of a storyline, but there is one technically. I actually really like what they did for the storyline because it has a lot of RPG jokes in it. Like, it's a game that's really well aware of what it is. What are we even doing here? I'll take that one over. Hey, found a door, nice. Alright, let's go run a Palooza, and then, I just gotta finish out the final floor then. However, last time we have, we'll probably do Explore 12 grind then. Oh, no one shot, but we did get our extra turn. Alright, there we go. We got our door. Now let's go hand out another code. We have officially hit the March codes. We are 6 days into April, and we have hit the March codes. Alright, we got an hour left. Alright, let's go run another Palooza. I should probably have time to run 2 more then if we're doing it within that time. Alright, let's keep going. Get a Palooza going. But yeah, if we do start doing Ring Fit Adventure, I think we're just going to pick a day out of the week and just do it every single time that day. Like maybe like Saturday or something. Like every Saturday we do a Ring Fit Adventure stream around noon or something. Until we finish the game, however long it takes. Like every Saturday for like the rest of the next half a year. Because that game's really long. It's meant to be like a long-term exercise game, so it's really, really long. Especially if you're only playing it like 1 session at a time and not like power grinding it. Because it was supposed to last like the entire longevity of the console. Which it definitely has. It's been out for 6 years and I still haven't finished it yet. Height reveal? No, we've streamed it before in the past. Actually, the file that we're going to be doing off of is the old stream file. It'll take off from when we last left off on stream. Like a few years ago when we were doing it. Because I have 2 save files. The one I was doing that was before we ever bothered streaming it back in like 2020 or so. And then one from like a year or 2 ago where we started streaming it but then stopped after like a few weeks. Like most exercising goals. But I think we might start bringing it back as like a Saturday thing. It won't be compatible with Switch 2? Oh no! Oh, maybe that means they're doing a new exercise game. Honestly, I would love to see Ring Fit Adventure 2. I would 100% buy that. But we're about 6 foot tall. Give or take an inch. It's kind of funny because I could have sworn at one point I was like 6'1", but my posture has gotten so bad. I think I'm like 5'11" now. My posture has just gotten so much worse. Like I've lost like a solid inch from bad posture. We have to eat Wendy's and do Ring Fit Adventure. It goes hand in hand. No, we gotta eat salad on it. One bite of salad between each exercise thing. Or between each enemy that you kill in a battle. Because a lot of battles have like 3 to 5 enemies. Luckily AoE attacks deal with them pretty quickly though. That is one thing I really liked about that game, though. Is sometimes the most meta moves you would have are exercises that you might not want to do, but the move is so strong that you got to do the exercise. It's a really interesting system. Because obviously in any normal RPG, we just take whatever best in slot is at any given time. But in that game, you have to weigh the extra value relative to the exercise itself. Like, is doing this exercise worth the extra value of how much better the ability is? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But if we do end up doing that, I need to go wash all the old workout clothes. Because normally whenever I go for a walk, I just wear normal pants and everything. But I'm going to sweat enough while doing that I definitely want to go get everything clean. Not that they're not clean, but they, you know, they've been sitting around doing nothing for like years now. Because I generally don't ever vigorously exercise. Like my form of exercise is normally just brisk walk and or jog. I just realized we're about to get over 20 million gold again. Not that that's a lot, but I feel like my gold's been down a lot recently. I should double check. Have I donated the 2 million gold to the guild yet this week? Because sometimes I feel like whenever my gold is up, it's like, oh yeah, did I remember to actually contribute this week? You know what's doing that though? All the Explore 12 is what's really making it go up. Like Vault Event's helping, of course, but the main thing that made it spike so much more is how much more Explore 12 we've been doing. Explore 12 is like over $1 million an hour in gold. It's actually a lot. Like, it's not a small amount. With the new Fairy Fire Quick Kill, it's basically the best gold in the game now. You got your second Underspire Sentinel? Nice. Huge. 4 to go. Yeah, I haven't seen one in months. Not even a repeat one. Oh, 6 Dragonite from that Dragonite Gnome. That means he rolled pretty high then. That would have been like a 50 or an 80 roll. I don't think that would have been 100 though. You only need one more? Nice. Yeah, we're still missing 2. Hopefully we'll get our 5th soon. Though the 6th one's gonna take forever and a half unless we get really lucky. Like, honestly, a year from now, I don't even think I'll have it. It'll be like 2028 and we still won't have the final Sentinel. I really wish they would add some kind of pity system or something to them. That is one of those troops where I feel like it should have given you one of each before it starts giving you repeats. I feel like a lot of systems would be improved so much if they end up doing that. Like, not every system needs to have that, but that was definitely one of them that needed to have that system. Getting one of each unique before you ever get a duplicate of any. Because we'd already be done. We already have 6 Sentinels, they're just not unique 6. interesting. The full completion actually took a lead. And what's kind of funny is the thing that I do, it's just actually in like dead last right now. The floor 4 double silver. Yeah, a lot of people are just doing the free battles or the entire thing. Interesting. Wait, what was the 4th option I put there? Oh, none at all. Oh, 5,000 Dragonite for a Sentinel? Oh gosh, I'm not sure if I would even pay that. That'd be so much. I wish it would be diamonds or something. Like 10,000 diamonds for one feels fair. It doesn't make much sense if they cost Dragonite since they're not really dragons. So thank you, Jason, for the continued support. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, doing Explore 12 again does feel pretty good. Already seeing our gold stack skyrocket makes me want to do it even more as well. Because every hour you do it is an extra roll for your entire guild as well. To get another legendary task. Like, that's a lot of rolls per week. Like, if you just do 1 hour Explore 12 every day, and if your entire guild did that, there are some guilds that are, but let's say hypothetically you did that and your entire guild did. How many rolls would that be? That would be 210 extra legendary tasks a week. That is so many. Yeah, 7 per person. Just 1 hour of Explore 12 a day. Yeah, that's up pretty quick. Yeah, that was the biggest issue with gold farming before. Before, taking the 3 battles in the PvP, I believe, was a little bit better gold per hour. But now Explore 12 is better again due to the consistency of it. Because you never have to deal with really annoying PvP teams now. There's still some inconsistency with the Fairy Fire insta-kill team. But nowhere near as much as there is with like an infinite loop PvP team. Only 2 months away from the 5-year badge? Yeah, back then, YouTube never had the extra badges. I need to go make something for it. Because I think my current ones only go up to 2 years currently. And it stops at the gold medal one. But yeah, I need another triple to go do. I was not sure what to make the icon yet. Because originally we did the logo for the channel. Then a logo for the channel and the little metal thing. You do it in metal color. Whereas the first was rarity cover. I'm trying to think what else we could do beyond that, though. So thank you, Isabel, for the continued support. You want the badge to be pink? The problem with that is everyone's badge would be pink then. Do it based on metals? Well, technically the first 3 rarities already are the metal colors. But yeah, we technically could make them heart colors. Go orange heart, cyan, mythic rarity heart, and then pink heart. With no weird border. That drives Genki crazy. I'm still not sure how those end up having a weird white border around them. The problem is I'm not sure where their source files are these days. They're somewheres on my backup drive somewheres from the computer that died. The problem with that is I don't use Photoshop anymore. And I believe all the source files were in Photoshop. Like Illustrator and Photoshop, both of which I don't use anymore. Because they're on the computer that died. Alright, 45 minutes to go. Let's go hand out another code. There you guys go. Alright, we got 45 minutes to go kill. Let's go finish out Underspire. Let's go do that first, so I don't forget about it. Let's go finish out the entirety of Underspire, including all the dead end rooms. And then we'll probably throw one more Palooza and then explore 12 the rest of the time. And that should fill out the 45 minutes then. Because we're going till that XP booster goes off. Which is pretty much another hour. Oh, I should have taken blue. Alright, question. Is this enough damage? Kind of. Mostly no. There's gonna be a lot of battles now that we don't one-shot anymore. Alright, this team has definitely fallen off a bit. I don't think I have double this dragon to be able to utilize either. There were 2 of them that I got multiple copies of. There was 2 of them that we got 3 of. I think it was purple dragon and one other one. I can't remember if this was one of them. But I might have to ditch something for double flower dragon. Nope, we only got 1. That is not ideal. I might just have to double cast them with all the mana accumulation we have. Double casting's actually working out pretty well. So I gotta make sure to do them in right order. Which one of them's a little inconsistent if it has alignment or not. But we gotta do Daughter of Yasmin's Empower. Then ideally cast. Then double, then cast. In that order. Yeah, we have found a door. Though at this point, it doesn't really matter how quick we find it, as we still have to use every last torch we have. No, we'll take the double. Because one of them immediately dead ends anyways. I was supposed to forget about that power gem. Today's the last day we have to deal with that power gem as well. That one corrosive gem. That one brown one. The decay gem. I got there eventually. It's called a decay gem. But yeah, decay gem, I like what they were trying to do with it, but what it did just wasn't powerful enough. I like the concept of what it is for the future, though. I would love to see more gem types that are like it, but actually, you know, good. That was the big flaw that it had, is it was like 1 stat per turn. Which, of course, this late in the game is basically the equivalent of it being 0. Because it's based on a static number rather than a percent. It's a big issue a lot of stuff has in Gems of War these days. Numbers in endgame are just so high. And almost everything's running off of a static number. That doesn't really scale too well at the higher end. Yeah, Zolgov's pretty much obsolete for Explore 12 now. Insta-kill teams in general are almost considered slow. For the same reason why single-target troops aren't really used anymore. Like, insta-killing an enemy team 1 at a time, even with extra turn, is basically slow now. But the only exception being, like, really high Explore 12 or similar things. I mean, not Explore 12, I mean, Underworld. Because stats get high enough where insta-killing is still worth it with, like, Iron Gut Zolgov and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, we're pretty much at the point where killing things 1 at a time, through any means, even insta-killing, is slow. It was already the case for a little bit, but it's very much the case these days. Now that there's just so many angles to just 1-shot, 2-shot the entire enemy team. Simultaneously. Oh, the one that got decayed is literally the one I need to not be decayed. Very unfortunate. One of the few times Disease actually got some pretty good value. Wow, we got a lot of Anus there. There's our second Anu drop already from Underspire. Nice, Chris. What team have you been using lately? Or which variant? Obviously the Flower Dragon team, but you know, which variant of it these days? Because I have seen battles that quick, but I haven't seen any team that consistently does it every time. Every team always seems to have like at least one slight flaw. And normally the issue actually comes with getting the extra turn, oddly enough. Something that on paper seems like it should be pretty easy, but not always. A lot of battles it is. Sometimes it just does not want to show up though. At which point it's basically just a slow version of a double cast team. Hello Draco! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. We're still going for about another half an hour or so. We use like a 2-hour XP booster, so an hour and 45 minutes. So we're using up the entire thing. We did it deliberately, not accidentally. Because that does happen sometimes. I haven't done that in a while. But accidentally using XP boosters has definitely been something that has occurred way more than once. Oh, that's nice right there. So many explodes. Yet somehow, after all that, no full mana. Oh, nice. We got the boss. All right, there we go. We got it. Still got to use the rest of the lanterns, though, to go get all the dead end rooms. Who knows? Maybe tonight's the night we finally get our new Sentinel. Because we've gone a good... What is it now? Like 4 or 5 months without one? It's definitely been a good amount of time at this point. Not as long as our worst time, though. We were doing full completion. All 6 floors. Or, you know, full 100% full completion. For 6 months straight before we got our second Sentinel. We went so absurdly over drop rate. It was actually crazy. And we streamed it every day during that time too. It was back when we were still doing like everyday streams. For a little over 6 months, and it took us like 6 months and a week before we got a second one. It was so unlucky. Alright, let's go take all the dead end rooms now. Let's take all the really obvious ones first, and then we'll work our way down. Or more so up. These are started from the earlier sections and then moving deeper. Yeah, let's go hand out a code as well since we got to the end. There you guys go. But if we somehow get a new Sentinel, we'll hand out like 5 codes. Has to be a new one though. Because we handed out 4 when we found the 4th one. We'll hand out 5 when we find the 5th one. And we'll hand out 6 if we ever find the 6th one somehow. In like 2 years from now. Any plans of streaming Schedule 1? What is it? Wow, we're doing really good on Anus tonight. I feel like every other drop has been Anu tonight. For some reason. I was wondering what was killing it. I was killing it with lifesteal. I almost forgot that these dragons even have that. But yeah, all the flower dragons have lifesteal every time you take their color. I was wondering what was killing them all. I keep forgetting that's even an ability because normally that's kind of redundant. But these things are so weak that it was actually enough damage to double kill. Oh, a golden one. Come on, you know you want to. Where's our 5th Sentinel? You're in there somewhere. Come on. No, the worst possible drop. A useless amount of a useless token. Boo. Very unfortunate. From such a good rarity room, too. Getting, like, the worst drop imaginable. Even our common room literally gave us an Anu. And that thing's giving us 3 tokens we're just never going to use. I'm not sure why they always made those numbers so low. Like, when you get a token drop like that, they need to have a bare minimum of 0 at the end. Like, that bare minimum needs to be 30, not 3. Even then, it's barely worth it. Is even if you're only doing up to floor 4, you're still using like 80, 90 torches. So if you got 30, that's only enough for 1/30 battles for one single event. That is so little. But every single one of them needs a 0 at the end, and even then they're still barely worth it. Oh, I forgot. I should have double checked. I think I'm about to head to the merchant room. I just now realized what we're doing. Oh no, I should have double checked before I went over here. But I believe this was the only dead end left in this section, which means I actually shouldn't have gone over here. Because I'm pretty sure the room right in front of us is 100% merchant. Like, not even like a percent chance, like literally 100%. Because I don't think we found it yet for this section. This is the only location left. Whoops, I should have double checked that before I did it. I don't know. Okay, wait. Let me double check the section. Alright, good, good, good. That means over there is merchant. Okay, saved. Alright, so that path over to the right is the one we don't want to do then. As unless it diverges to a double path. If it's single path, it's 100% only merchant there. Which we do not want. So we'll go to the final section instead. The only problem with that is I think the final section is also merchant only. But this is a double path that we can gamble either or. Let me go double check. Nice, another useless trinket. So here could almost guarantee be merchant. Yeah, other floor has the same issue, so I'll do it on the lower one. I just hope for a double there. Oh, we never took one in the earlier section. And the merchant's guarantee already taken because of that. Okay, let me go grab this one first. And then we'll go gamble the other side on if it's merchant or not. I do gotta double check some of them to see if any of them are deep. I believe they're both off of primary path though, so neither of them are deep enough to get a free room. This might be the last path we could actually check though, because for how many torches we have to use here, I don't think we'll have enough to reach either of the other two. But the other two are almost guaranteed leading to merchant. The only way that they don't is if they lead to a double path. In which case only one of the two ways is a merchant and the other one is the potentially a loot room. You haven't upgraded the campaign pass. Is the mythic worth the $10? No. It's a really bad mythic. The weapon's decent. And it's currently money locked for the next like half a year. But it's not so decent that if that's the only reason you're getting it, it's probably not worth it. The main reason you would get it is I believe it's Purple Deed Book season, isn't it? So you're getting like 3 extra Purple Deed Books along with all the extra rewards. That was like the most enticing thing about this current season. Is the 3 extra Purple Deed Books combined with everything that you're getting along with it. Just because Purple Deed Books are so valuable. Due to feeding into Magic Kingdoms. But honestly, that's bigger than pretty much any other reward this season. There's the 3 Purple Deed Books you get along the way. There's just 3 on the free side, 3 on the pay side. For 6 total. No way, we just got triple back to back to back. That was so bad. I don't think there's anything left we could do with 2 torches. Neither of these 2 paths are going to dead end immediately. So I think we're done with Underspire then. Alright, let's go and let's see. We can do 1 Palooza, then some Explore 12 it looks like. Let's go do that. Do I have any other XP boosters here? I don't think so. Alright, let's do that. Let's do 1 more Palooza and then we'll go do Explore 12 the rest of the time. Yeah, generally that's the main reason why I get most of season passes. Is the mythic in most of season passes isn't worth it, but the total value that you get for $10 is, compared to most other offers in the game. Like the 10-week season pass is a lot of value for $10. It's basically only $1 a week. Like if there was like any one purchase you would do, I feel like the season pass is the main one you would go for. It's the only ones I really go for these days. The Season Pass, the Kingdom Passes when they come around. Mostly to show off the Legendary and Weapon. And the, I guess technically a new Guild War $5 thingy. It was like the only 3 I really buy in the current state of the game. And between all of them, I think it's, actually what is it now? Because the, it's actually quite a bit higher now because of the Guild War 1 if you were to do it. I think it's almost $200 a year. Because the Guild War 1 upped it by like, what, 90 something? Because it's every 4 weeks. Like once every month. $5 is like 60-ish stars. Which I think is closer to 70-ish. Because obviously there's more than 28 days in some months. And then you have $1 a week from the other thing. I don't do the PvP pass. PvP pass does not seem worth it for how much it is. It does have some value, but it's missing a lot of the value that makes some of the other ones really good. Though I guess it technically has it indirectly. Because the golden marks basically could convert it into deed books. So even though it doesn't directly have deed books like the season pass or the kingdom pass, it does have it indirectly in the sense that it gives you gold marks, and gold marks basically are deed books. Just random rather than a select one. But most of the purchases aren't worth it these days. Like, most of the flash offers aren't really that worth it, unless you're really in a pinch for some gems. Buying gems directly is 100% never worth it. Buying any pass... honestly, pretty much any menu in the shop menu right now is not worth it. Like, where you know where you go to do your glory troop every single week and get your, like, 10 event keys every single week for glory? Or for... not glory, whatever it's called. For, oh yeah, it is for glory. But wherever you go to do those two menus, every other page in that entire menu is 100% not worth it. They are extremely dated, and honestly were almost never worth it in the past. Pretty much every menu in there. It's mostly just Kingdom Pass, Season Pass, and maybe occasionally the Guild War thing that they added. It was like the biggest three that are worthwhile as far as cost to benefit ratio. But honestly, I almost want to cover another video on that at some point. We've covered a few in the past. Like all the purchases that are and aren't worth it. I don't think I've covered any post-pandemic times. Probably should sometime again. Because I'm not sure if I've even covered a single one ever since they've started like season pass spamming everything. Because not every season pass is worth it, though most of them are. It's just they've been doing so many that it's starting to get kind of clustered now at how many different ones there are. Because sometimes there's like 3 or 4 different ones going on simultaneously. Also, the poll kind of flipped a little bit, but yeah, it looks like most people did go for full completion on the Underspire thing. 42% doing the whole thing, 31% only doing free battles, 14% doing none, and 10% doing what we're doing, which is just floor 4 for double silver.
Mana
His full completion is around 800 to about 1,100 gems most weeks. Free battles is obviously free. None is obviously also free. Though you should definitely be grabbing the lantern every single week just for the one battle. And floor 4 is about 300 silver, give or take. About 50. I mean, sorry, 300 gems, I mean, not 300 silver. It says double silver on the thing, so I was like, oh yeah, silver. Which is half as cheap as going all the way, but you don't get the double gold medal. As well as you don't get the reward from the final battle. Which is a guaranteed pet orb. It's a minor pet orb, but it's a pet orb. Hey, Mimic. Interesting. Problem, though. Not necessarily good to get while doing this. But we'll go do that Mimic after. Then we'll go spam Explore 12. After this Palooza ends. What is PvP Mythics being the drop table when their kingdom rolls around? Someone mentioned earlier that it seems like they're only rotating through diamonds? Because I tried keying for one that was from a while back, and then someone mentioned during the video that at some point they mentioned they would only be available for diamonds and Soulforge. Which isn't too big a deal for us because we have so many diamonds. But it seems like you can't key for them, potentially. You'd have to wait till they go in Soulforge and diamond them. Which, if nothing else, at least we finally have something to go dump diamonds into for everyone who has every mythic. But yeah, from what I could tell, it seems like they're not going into key drop table for some reason. I thought they were. But it seems like you can only diamond them through Soulforge when they rotate around. I don't think a single one is rotated yet, though. But there are some definitely in the rotation currently. Like the very first mythic one that came out should be in rotation. Same as the legend from it. You gotta pay attention to that legend too. Those don't rotate as often. And they're a lot easier to miss since they're only a legend. Oh yeah, they didn't have a legend for the very first season, did they? I think it was only a mythic. I think it was the season after that they started doing a legend and a mythic. I'll find out tomorrow if any of them are there. Because of course Soulforge we don't know until the day of. Oh, we'll hand out a code after this Palooza as well. Then we'll go take our Mimic and probably spam Explore 12 for the rest of the time then. With the new Fairy Fire Dragon. Which is still available for the next 4 days as well. Highly advise getting your copy. One of the better mythics we've gotten in a while. And even if you don't have anything really big to use it with, getting Tesla is insanely good with it. I believe we have an Adana week coming up as well, to be able to get a really easy Tesla. PC Mobile also had it in Soulforge in the last couple weeks. Not sure about the console versions, but in the last month we actually had it on PC Mobile for 800 diamonds, which is a steal whenever it rotates around. He's pretty much the top 10 strongest troop in the entire game, Tesla it is. He's absurdly good. One reason you don't see us using it too much is there's a lot bigger variety when you have access to absolutely everything. Most notably Stellaryx and Flower Dragon. But she's still really strong. Especially for a rarity. She still has the highest true damage of any cast in the game. Out of anything in the entire game. And it upscales indefinitely for the rest of the time. So even when content gets stronger, she also gets stronger. Which is the main thing that makes her so powerful. It's one of only a few troops in the game that actually scales with the enemy. There's most scaling teams, it matters a lot what your stats are, rather than the enemy stats. But something like Tesla, while your stats do matter, most of her damage actually comes from the enemy team stats. Because in any situation where the enemy team has more stats than you, Tesla is gaining more stats from the enemy than from your own team. And generally, if your team has higher stats than the enemy, it's probably not a situation where you even should be running Tesla. Unless you have, like, no other option. Oh, so I'm really surprised they never nerfed this team, by the way. It still surprises me to this day. Because this actually existed back when OG Dust Devil was released. Except it required only one Dust Devil to do. Because Dust Devil used to scale based on magic. Magic was way lower back then. So when he dealt, like, what, 20-something damage? Not even. But he was able to one-shot battles with his ability, casting, like, 2 of them. But now you can do the same thing with Iron Hawks. It's just so crazy still that that's a thing. It wasn't a thing for 5 years, but it was for like half a year to a year, and then for the most recent several years. But there was like a 5-year period where you weren't able to use that team. But the rest of the game's lifespan, he has been like the meta for quick killing. So more than half the game's life cycle at this point. What are we doing? We did that, we did that. We finished Tower of Doom, just to make sure guild-wise we're fine. Let's see. Is there an extra reward for doing that? There is. We'll probably do those battles later if we do then. I'm going to explore 12 now. That's kind of the code too. Oh, not with that team. Let's go with this team. Also, I need to make sure to go save this later to one of our team slots. Here you guys go. Here's the redeem code. Oh yeah, we need to go take the Mimic as well. Let me go do that. And we'll probably hand out one more code. And we'll do it if we get anything good from the Mimics. Like if we get another Mimic or if that Mimic goes to a 5 times. Okay, let me go clear the Mimic real quick. Come on, 5 times Mimic. So far this whole weekend, I've only seen one of them. Boo, still only one. Alright, back to the Explore 12 grind. Hey, after this XP booster goes, I want to see how much stash we have, because I was almost at like all zeros earlier. So we should have quite a bit more medals than that now. Not like an insane amount, but definitely more than 0. I never went like all the way to 0, but I kept like 1 to 3 of each. You know, enough to be able to equip them. But for the most part, everything beyond that is what we got this week, or this weekend. You got 900 gems from a key? Nice! Yeah, it's the best drop you can get from an Epic Vault key. A 900 gem drop. Gosh, I hate when it doesn't get its extra turn. Just stagnates for so long. It's one big downside to this team. Sourcing the extra turn is just so bad sometimes. Catch you later, Defiant. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. They're burning and fairy fired. I was wondering initially where the burning gem was coming from, but it's from the Magma Dragon. He has a 25% chance to create one every single turn. Unfortunately, it converts a red gem into a burning gem, so you can never get extra alignment from it. He's not actually creating red gems, he's just replacing one that's already there. Too bad it's not a % chance to create one. Otherwise, it can lead to extra alignment that you wouldn't have originally had. By converting red to red doesn't give you any extra alignment ever. If anyone still has any other questions or anyone want me to go over, do let me know. And of course, we'll be posting the Monday video, hopefully pretty soonish. I grab a quick nap. Hopefully I don't sleep in tonight, though. Because normally I will go for a quick nap, and then it's like 8 a.m. in the morning. It's like, oh yeah, kind of slept all night. Hopefully we'll get up in a timely manner again. The weekly video. This week's a little bit of a tamer week, I do have to say, though. Biggest thing is honestly the fact that the Flower Dragon's still in drop table the next 4 days. Because what else do we really have? It's like the tamest week of this entire month. Like out of any week this whole month, this is by far the one that has the least amount of stuff going on. Yeah, the main reason why we went with Lava Dragon is extra turn off of Explode. Having a Storm gives you a better chance of extra turning, and having a double Storm has an even better chance than single Storm. So we're using him for Dual Storm. It's basically to increase the chance that we extra turn from using Leprechaun. Is the whole reason why we have it. The reason for Obsidious or a curse option there is to be able to expand the range that you can use them in. As that allows you to stun and or curse off immunities. Including the Fair Fire immunity. Which allows you to use it basically anywheres. But we mostly wanted to try to fix our extra turn issue. And Lava Dragon was just the best solution we could do for it. It's actually how you used to run Phoenicia as well. Phoenicia, Lava Dragon, Leprechaun, and Mirage Queen or something along those lines. Back Phoenicia 1 kill was a thing. Oh, did I just leave extra turn just sitting there, the one I needed to go win? I think I did. Probably. Sounds like something we would do. I refuse to believe there's no extra turn here. There it is. I was going to say, 100% there's an extra turn there. That thing is bulky. Barrier goes a long way, doesn't it? And of course, still Vault Weekend. Get all that higher gnome rate. They're still around for like 6 more hours. Which at this point, like 5 more hours. They are still out there, though. Not sure how much I'll be grinding of that off stream. Oh, an Anu, nice. We'll get a little bit more grind in later tonight. Even go drink some caffeine. I've been staying away from caffeine for the most part lately. Tonight might be the night. I kept some backup, some in the fridge. Just in case I ever need it. Because for the most part, I've been trying to cut it out, but I still go for it ever so occasionally. You're after the Dragonite? Well, now's the best time to be getting it. Vault Event weekends. And of course, we have another Vault Event weekend right around the corner. Easter weekend is Vault Event weekend as well. They're doing a double Vault Event this month. One right now, of course, and then the next one on Easter weekend. Oh, a double Anu, nice. We were doing so good on Nishas earlier, but today's the Anu day. We got like 5 Anus from Underspire. And now we're getting so many from just normal Explore. Like on Friday we did really, really lucky on Nisha. I think we left with like 5 or 6 Nisha. Between the double Mimic and everything else. And getting 2-in-1 drop as well from not double Mimic. as well as the single ones. But yeah, today's the day of the Anu. All Anus everywhere. Let's hand out one last code, because I think it's the last set we're going to take for now. Unless we still have timer going, but I'm pretty sure timer's already been up for a while now. Just haven't bothered going back to the menu because we keep spamming explore. There's a little Paul! Welcome, welcome! Yeah, there's always one gnome scroll that's way lower. I hope they will eventually add a way to like craft them in some way. I somewhat doubt it though, just because of how valuable they are. It's really annoying when one number is just like way lower than all the others. It always happens to one of them. Currently our lowest is 3 right now. My 2's starting to get pretty low too. It was our lowest at one point. All of them have been my lowest at one point except 1. 1 has always been perpetually my highest. Alright, come on, let's see the 5 times Mimic on the final fight. Or at least another Anu or Nisha. One HP, what are you doing? How are you alive? They just die to reflect, that's funny. Oh, we got a Rainy at least. Yep, XP booster is done. I want to check, how much do we have in our tokens right now? We got quite a bit up. We got a decent bit. It's only enough to upgrade like 1 kingdom though. Maybe 2 at most. Or probably only 1. We still got to do a lot more Explore 12 grinding. But that's enough for like 1 kingdom upgrade. Yeah, we're really, really behind on that. But now that we have a new setup, best time ever to be doing Explore 12, so... Oh, what did I want to check? Oh, I was going to check the guild thingy. I want to double check if I actually did the gold or not. Oh yeah, by the way, we have 2 spots open, by the way. If any of you are ever interested in joining the guild. Do have 2 spots available right now. Got to fill that probably before next guild war in a couple weeks. Just going to check if I donated gold or not. Yeah, I already did. 2.6 mil. Just making sure. Anyways, guys, we'll end it there for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. We'll also have the video up as soon as we can, going over all the weekly stuff, all the weekly teams, everything else. It's probably one of the more uneventful weeks we have coming up, but, you know, still all the normal stuff you'd have on a given week. But it's before we get, like, the big Easter week and everything else happening this month. It's also a really dead week in the sense that there's not even a campaign going on. It's the downtime between campaigns, so there's not even a campaign. Like, it has absolutely nothing going on. But it's basically the rest week. But hey, best time to be doing Explore 12 other than Vault Weekend. Because there's no other objective to do, so we'll be doing a lot of Explore 12 grind then. As it's something we've been really neglecting lately, but now that there's been a new great option to go get, which is still available for the next 4 days, highly advise getting it if you haven't already. The new Miss Mother 4x Fairy Fire troop. It's about as strong as Queen Titania, but has 4x Fairy Fire instead of 1. Slightly worse extra turn rate, but its final trait is way, way better. But yeah, if you don't have that yet, definitely advise getting over the next 4 days. Honestly, probably the most eventful thing happening next week. There's still 4 more days to go get that. You don't need more than 1 copy though. So if you already got a copy, you don't want to open your keys until Friday at the earliest, as you'd want to wait till that salad to drop table, as you really don't need more than 1 copy of it. 1 is plenty enough. Anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful week. I will catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. Feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated as well. And I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.